What? Yeah, we're live. Yeah. We, I, they, you, and me. On a damn whim. Waiting for Daytona Falls. If you know her from the old Twitter, it's at Daytona Falls. We were chatting on Twitter. Said, let's do a thing. All right. I said, let's do it. All right. Here we go. This is it. It's happening right now. It was a funny quip, really a meme. You can upload it about the Lord of the Rings. Download that picture first. It's crazy how you post things from your phone and then you have to. Now I'm on a computer. Oh, I don't have that. I need to re-download it. Come on now. Tell me. Oh. It's fine. I'll do a snip. I'll snip it. Snoops. AKA the name of Anakin's apprentice nickname, I guess. Boom. Oh, come on. I was about to say boom, but it told me I had too many random. These are all essential. I'm going to need. That's going to come in handy later. I need this.
Shut up and take my money.
That's essential.
But now, in whatever year this is, the audience wants action and seats with beverage holders, but mainly action.
Gotta have that. Still waiting. I'm looking for something I can delete. Okay, there's an intro. I have those saved. Okay. I'll delete that. Delete. And get rid of that too. Here we go. This is what sparked the discussion that led to this random live stream, which is apparently now not happening. I don't even know. It's happening. We're here. And boom goes the dynamite. That's right. It's big. I actually reposted this. I said hashtag extended edition because if you're going to do a thing, I mean, get the quality over quantity. What if they're intrinsically tied together? It just so happens in this case, the longer and bigger one was the better version. It's not always the case. It's usually the case. It's not always the case. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It's Halloween month. Halloween. All Saints Day month. I don't know. Hey, look. Venom. Anybody see that? No idea what's going on right now. Just a guy live streaming for nothing. Holy shit, you were serious. I don't, yeah, exactly. I don't. Of course I was serious. Has anyone ever. Look at me. I'm a very serious person. You would take this person seriously, wouldn't you? Sure. Just saying, you're asking the question. Did you want to live stream? Well, Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. That's why I said, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" Yes. Here I am. I'm serious.
When we don't know what we did.
So I'm just gonna play through some of my clips.
When we know how to be friends.
Yes, every single thing I say offends them.
Who are you calling them?
Payback is a bitch. Payback. Payback is a bitch. Payback. Payback is a bitch.
Love that one.
Get my volume up a little bit. Hello?
What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Chilling.
I'm trying to get my volume up a little bit. Let me know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
All right.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Okay. What's up, bro?
Not much. What were we talking about? Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, a little bit. I saw your post, and you said, I mean, it's one thing. Like, yeah, here we go. She's like, okay, so I'm a taken man, but in my younger days, or if I was single, a girl like this, like, oh, I've never heard of Lord of the Rings. Can you help me with that? I mean, yes, I can. But
thank goodness Google didn't exist yet, because this is the only way I'm getting laid. Yeah, I'll tell you all about Fëanor. What do you want to know? Oh, what? Yeah, Valar? What up, my dude? Let's talk about it.
I remember a time when Lord of the Rings was being watched almost every fucking day, because they came out year to year. Like, they made them all at once. You got Fellowship, and that was fucking great.
It was beautiful.
Right? And then you had another year to wait. But these bitches were watching this too. And everybody's wanting to watch more and more and more of it. Like, I grew up with this shit. Mm-hmm. So, like, yeah, they did it right. They did it right. You know, like, yes, and you're getting new fans. Like, these people, they didn't know fucking nothing about this.
It's
okay.
One of the best.
There you go.
Long and impressive. So you whip out. I actually reposted this. I said hashtag extended editions because look, hey,
my first impression,
right?
My first impression was to say, "Excuse me," while I.
Sorry, go on.
But okay, so if I'm sitting down to watch Lord of the Rings, my bros, not trying to get pussy, just want to enjoy it.
Sure.
I'm not gonna watch it unless it's extended. But
yes.
And can we see that sweetie one more time? Can we see that sweetie one more time?
Yeah. There we go.
Listen, look. If she's wild at your 6-inch penis, just wait until she watches all 22 hours, baby. You know what I mean? Whoa, baby.
Yeah, man. Oh,
I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, it's good to hang out again. I haven't been doing a lot of different live streams. I'm not regular at all. I've been doing stuff for GNN. Mostly I've just been doing comedy reaction videos because
I did a couple.
I stopped resisting. People keep commenting. They're like, we love your reactions. We want to see more reactions. We want to see you laughing at stuff. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to give you exactly what you're asking for. And people are like, thank you. Thank you for giving me that. But that's what I was asking for. And I was like, wow, look at how easy that is.
Uh-huh. So I was thinking about that too, right? Like, I don't know. From like a few months ago, one of my videos got like almost 2,000. Ow, what the fuck? Something landed on me. Sorry, I'm in the beer garden. But I did a video and like I didn't really go out of my way and it got almost 2,000 views. And that's pretty good for somebody my size. Yeah. Whatever. It was a reaction video to some guy tried to kill his family, set the house on fire.
What?
Represent himself in court, Florida man. And then the evidence is going to show. And like, it was just, for me, it was a 5-minute video. I was just covering something that happened in Florida. But that got a lot of coverage. I don't know. Like, I'm grasping at straws here. I don't really think about too much. Do I care if anybody watches? Well, sure, a little bit. You know, if I can entertain somebody and have a little bit of fun at the same time,
Then
And you're
what's
gonna
the
get hit-
harm in it, right?
No, yeah,
I know exactly the struggle that you're going through. Because
Oh,
like when
no,
I
no, no,
started
no.
my channel, it was just like I'm gonna be doing this kind
Oh,
of thing, and then I did a
well, you
random
do-
video, and that got, and I was just like,
no, it's fine. It's fine. I have a regular job. I've been doing this for a
well,
long
yeah.
time.
I mean,
I never did to get an audience. Like, I'm only. Let me do some reverse math here. 854 subs away from 1K, baby. Like it doesn't matter.
let's help our guy. Everybody.
Well, you started
And when I
this
say
up.
everybody, I mean, nobody watches my live streams. This is part of the reason I don't do them that often. It's like sometimes we get people jumping in, but that's why when you were going to do a live stream, I was like, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to go live. I do recorded videos.
Oh God. That's what I do too. Well, now like with the live stuff, I have this MCU Mondays is what I do. It's for Geek News now, but I also post it on my channel. And we talk about whatever's happening in Marvel. And I'm supposed to be doing.
Do
it
you
for
mean
this
comics
channel.
or movies or just anything Marvel or?
It's most of the things that are Marvel. It's specifically like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But we were just talking about Venom. It's anything and like anything that ties into it. We talked about DC stuff because like of the way it ties in. Like, oh, did you see how they did Batman versus Superman at the same time as Captain America Civil War? Coincidence. You know how they're doing the Flash movies and multiverse stuff, and they're doing Doctor Strange and multiverse stuff. That's not coincidence, like.
Hold on, I don't know if my camera can see my finger. 1 second. This multiverse thing, they're rushing it. I don't think it needs to be done. No, they're using it because they need to fix things. They don't know what to do.
For DC or for Marvel or for both?
Well,
what would you say?
Originally,
I would say more for DC, but
both. I think they both do it a little bit, but that's not the whole point. My point is they're reaching at straws, and we'll follow any fucking storyline we need to make some money. How do we explain it? Now, DC tried where's my finger? DC tried to say, well, none of them are connected. But the Marvel, when you connect them, they make more money. So then they're like, oh, I got timelines. Okay, timelines.
But now
great.
then you're forced into a single continuity, which they're now
no.
away from. Well, now they're breaking away from it.
When you have timelines and different continuity, you have multiple infinite timelines.
Well, now, that's what they're all saying. So that way they're not restricted, So it's like, well, Tony Stark is an Iron Man. It's like, guess what? There's thousands. There's an infinite different Iron Mans. There's tons of different. You don't need to be attached to this actor as his character.
But,
they're trying to get that so that they can.
They're reaching because.
Well, yeah.
How about you just stick to one timeline and deep fake that shit?
Well, and then there will be just lawsuits out the asshole. But you're absolutely right.
No, you sign your contract. You're getting paid. Your face is, yes, Tony Stark. You're 70 years old. We're paying you to use a younger version of yourself in movies, and you're getting paid. If the writing is good, maybe put in the contract. If the writing sucks, then he should be able to say, no, you're not using my visage. There's a little.
That becomes a mire. They want control. You know what I mean? They want to be able to say.
The way you put it is perfect. It becomes miring. It's a mire. Like your feet are stuck in the sludge, in the swamp.
You're weighed down by everything, and that's why the multiverse thing gives them so many. It's like, oh, we're not bound by that anymore. We can do whatever we want. This actor's giving a shit. Guess what? They're not the person anymore. This person's. You know what? That we don't that way because we don't necessarily want to be tied. Don't get me wrong. Robert Downey Jr. amazing, and they probably love him, but they're thinking of how do we make money in the future. Let's not tie ourselves to one guy for 10 years who we have to keep paying. Like incredible amounts of money just to be in 8 seconds of Spider-Man Homecoming,
I understand
because he's such a big well, I'm just saying it.
No,
I'm just
no, I
saying,
know what
but
you
yeah,
mean.
I know. Yeah.
I agree with you. I had a little bit different take on it though.
Tell me about it, because I'm not saying I've got everything completely figured out.
No.
Do.
I'm not here to argue. It's like we have open ideas,
Sure. I want to hear more about it. Like you might know. You probably got some insight on something that I'm not
grew
thinking
up. All of us grew up loving superheroes and like the multiverse because that didn't come around until the early 2000s, the late 90s. We're like, oh, we can't explain it in continuities. Oh, it's a different world. I think they're rushing it too much in the movies. Maybe pace it out a little bit and just plan your movies better.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having to look, well, that doesn't work in continuity. Fuck. Oh, now let's bring in all the Spider-Man guys. Not yet. That's all I'm saying. Just not yet. There's too many stories to tell before you start fucking with continuity.
Well, part of the problem is
they've had it for over 10 years. Just keep building the continuity you already have, rather than trying to. Well, this is the third world and the 52nd world, and no.
Oh yeah, Universe 29XB.
Your normies are going to say, "Go fuck yourself,"
mm-hmm.
And then the people who actually care about the multiverse are going to tell you to go fuck yourself a little bit. I mean, maybe there's always something doing it justice.
Fun. Yeah,
if you do some justice, sure, but not too fast. Yeah, I think you're going too fast.
Yeah,
well, it's a beautiful thing. It's just I
would say no. You're absolutely right. They're both. DC and Marvel are sprinting towards this multiverse thing. I'd say Marvel has themselves a little bit more in order. Like this was their plan anyway. And back in the day, once Disney was buying Fox, I was sitting there theorizing on like, when are they going to be introduced? Is the Thanos snap going to be the thing that introduces mutants into the world? Like a lot of people had that theory. That's something that I was thinking. I was like, will they do it that way? But then, I came to realize the real life aspect of these things, the deals, the money making, the signing of the the bureaucracy of everything, they didn't necessarily they couldn't rush the mutants into it, and they had projects that were being done by Fox at the time that they were then like putting the axe on, and there have been different things about that. But it's like, so just getting the mutants and Fantastic Four, they now own the rights to all those things. They're planning on introducing all that stuff. Sony is still the outlier in that they have Spider-Man and all the Spider-Man.
I'm glad you brought
stuff.
Sony up. I'm glad. That's why they're doing it. They're rushing it for the cash grab. After Endgame, it's a whole reboot. Do you understand?
Yeah. It's a whole reboot after Endgame.
Yeah, and then they'll pepper in characters as fan demands come in, and it's going to be a whole new rash of shit.
Do you think that's going to be happening because there are lots of theories about everything that's going to happen, but like I know for a fact Spider-Man is going to be multiverse stuff, and then we have Multiverse of Madness right after that. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, at the end of Venom, you get that extra scene. That's like the end all be all right then. You just brought in the MCU.
It's there, yeah. It's confirmed at least, yeah. Because people have been talking about that too. Is Venom part of the blah blah blah? Well, he's officially part of Spider-Man. They're
and Sony
connected.
And Sony holds all the cards. As long as they don't go full soy, they don't have to bend the knee to Disney.
I doubt they would. They have that kind of trump card in Spider-Man. You think like they're gonna suddenly, and then people were like, "Well, Disney will just buy Sony." I'm like, you think?
No, you're not.
I don't know if you know how this thing works because like
that's not gonna happen.
Sony is not just the owner of Spider-Man; they're the owner of PlayStation. Like they're the owner of a whole manufacturing.
They don't need a theme park to stay alive.
They're not Fox, okay? Like you're not like, and even that, when that was happening, I was sitting there going, "There's no way Congress is going to let this happen." And then I was like, "No, wait, you can't count on politicians for shit because they're the ones
Yeah.
making money off this too, because they're not divesting of their interests while they're
Yeah, I know,
oh,
but
you've been
so-
put on a council that decides on what's you know, a monopoly or not. Well, I've decided this isn't a monopoly, and oh my god, my stock just went up. That was wonderful.
Right.
Laughing all the way to the bank, you know.
Mm,
So many of these
Each-
people are. It's like, was the
both
movie good?
companies-
Did you
both companies have lost money in different departments, but that's business, right? Sony lost business throughout their console years, but they made it back. You know, they did good. Same thing with Disney. They lost a lot of money here and there. But the thing about it is, Disney can't. If Sony's smart, Disney, they won't allow Disney to buy them. They'll be like, "Fuck you," and they're bad guys. They're both bad guys in their different departments. Like Sony pissed me off with a couple of these IPs.
Yeah.
Disney really pissed me off with a couple of IPs.
I'm
But if
not
you think about it-
rooting for either side.
No, well, I think
I'm just watching the game.
I just don't think that Sony will allow itself to be purchased by the mouse.
No, I don't see that happening. Yeah.
Nah, they're making money and they don't even have parks to upkeep. You know,
Exactly. Yeah. Keep it digital. Stop
What's wrong with
investing
that?
in the physical realm. Things break down. All right. Code is eternal. It's not
So,
like I can get a virus.
So I was on Walmart site in my local Walmart here in Ormond Beach, it's Daytona, and I was like, because I saw an article where they said they're going to be restocking some PS5s, and I'm like, well, let's just take a look. And all the PS5s that came out, digital and the disc one, on the website of Walmart was giving me prices like it was coming straight off of fucking eBay. $1,000, $1,200. I'm like, what the? Are you selling?
Is there a
Are
bidding
you
war to
marketing?
Walmart?
Yeah, it's like I'm buying a PS5 from Walmart through eBay. Get the fuck out of here!
I got $1,500 right here.
Get the fuck out of here! I don't need it that bad. I've already played Demon Souls. Okay,
Oh my god.
I saw that. That's real. That's real.
I believe it. No, that's not.
I didn't mean to scream. I'm sorry, but that incensed me when I seen it today. I was like, I got a few bucks to spend. Let's go see if they got some restocks.
Jeez.
Yeah, through eBay. Walmart is selling PS5s through eBay.
Does that surprise anyone? I mean, it's not right. It's not the way it should be. It's not what
No,
you
I didn't
expect.
say it.
But
I
it's
didn't
also
say it's
not
wrong.
surprising. Yeah.
No, it's not wrong. If you're willing to pay it and you really want it that bad, go ahead.
That's not how that store's supposed to work.
I
They're
don't
supposed to have a
need to
set
play.
price. Like someone's skimming off the top here. They're like, we got a PS5, and it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this through eBay. We're not selling this because I can make a good
It's
cool
Walmart.
$300 to $500. Yeah, an employee was like, we got the new PS5s in today. All right, well, you mark it off as sold, then you put the $500 whatever dollars in the drawer, and then however much extra we sell it for, you just
No,
that shit.
I'm
You don't
not
think that's
in-
happening?
listen,
Ah.
I love capitalism. I love scalping. I love scalping as much as the nice guy.
I don't
But
have a problem with it, but they're going to be doing it. At
I'm
the
not going to
stores.
do it.
Would that guy get fired? Yeah, but how much is he making an hour? I would be
I don't
definitely
know.
willing to risk my job at Walmart for an instant $500 payoff. I would definitely be because it's a Walmart shop. I could go easily get a job at some other chain store, and they're like, "Well, have you ever worked anywhere before?" I'm actually very experienced at working in retail.
Oh, yeah.
Can we check
I
your
worked
background?
somewhere
Yeah,
before.
anywhere.
I was the guy in charge of Walmart.com, and I was selling PS5s through eBay.
Well, that's management material. You're really good with money. I mean, that's exactly what we're. Let's see if we can put him up the chain. We're all going to be making.
Oh, they got their cut. Oh, they got their cut. They fired me, but yeah.
This type
I
of
could do that.
behavior is
Just don't fire
unacceptable.
me.
If you're not giving me a cut.
Just don't fire me, and I'll make you a lot of money.
Next time, standard 10%. I'm taking 15 this time because we had to go through this business. But
Well, then the price just went up on eBay.
Shut up and take my money.
uh, It's too much fun with these clips.
Yeah, clips are fun.
Yeah. Things you can throw in there, shit.
Hey, what was the purpose of life anyway?
Who knows? Probably some hogwash about the human spirit.
No.
So, randomly, back to Lord of the Rings.
Sure.
All right, what are your feelings on the Amazon show? Do you have feelings on it?
I've seen a lot of the crap that came out, but that doesn't necessarily mean what it means, because they tried to attack the Dune movie saying, "Oh, white man, blah blah blah," and now you're seeing what the movie's going to be. No, but now you're seeing what the movie's going to be, and no one's bitching about it because I'm not all about that diversity crap. If it's good, it's good. We'll see. Now, the Lord of the Rings, and they've been pushing. Remember when they first started floating the idea, maybe Gandalf should be a woman? Remember, like 3 years ago?
That's
I remember
insane to me. But
well, if that happens, then it's shit.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But it probably won't be like that. I think they're just trying to generate buzz, and it's bad kind of do it. It's not the good way to do buzz. That's not the tried and true way. Oh, I want to piss everybody off. We won't buy it.
And that's the thing. Yes, controversy will get attention. It's not. That's what happens. There's something controversial happen. People want to weigh in on it. They want to be on this side or that side.
Does it translate into making money?
That's the question. For people on social media sites, yes. If you're the one producing the content, not necessarily. You got to make good content because, hey, last season of Game of Thrones, was it controversial? Yes, it was. Was it good for sales? Not at all. They canceled.
Not a fuck
they
all.
had like 4 planned Game of Thrones series before that last season came out. Then the last season came out, and now they have like this just one. I think is the one.
All right. Let me indulge. Please indulge me.
I'll indulge.
Do you remember?
I'm indulging.
Do you remember? Do you remember Golden Girls?
Yeah. Betty
and the grandma, and she's like, picture it, Hollywood, 2002, when the Lord of the Rings came out. They did every fucking thing right, and it made how much fucking money? They did every fucking thing right, including just before, a year later, 2003, Two Towers, they came out with an extended cut with 2 hours of more movie.
Which is the best version.
Fucking classic. They fucking did it right. They cut out some stuff at the end, but I understand it slows the story down. But at the end of Return of the King, and I've read it many times in my life, at different stages of my life, right? But after I was out of the army and everything, I read Return of the King again, and at the end, I know it gets slow when the hobbits are going home, but these are veterans coming home from war, and they don't feel like they belong in their own homeland. And they see this motherfucker, this sharky motherfucker, slinking around, and they take your business. Like, I just came home from war fighting you motherfuckers. I ain't gonna have it here, and I don't even feel like I'm home. Like, it's like the whole thing, like you can never go home again.
Well, I
love that, but they left that out of the book, out of the movie. But I understand.
Yeah,
like they didn't do it to disrespect it.
Yeah, people complain about that movie.
No,
it's like,
I love it.
Too many endings, but no, that's
that's
you're
the story.
absolutely right about that ending, that part of the book. It's literally called the Scouring of the Shire, and that's like what scouring, the cleaning. Getting rid of this, the cleansing of the Shire. And why are they able
and think
to
about it?
Why couldn't the ones that were already there? Because they now have the skills necessary. They went out, they learned how to fight, and they come back and
fucking Saruman.
Yeah,
selfish prick.
What a bitch.
Now he had fucking.
Isn't it great that Gandalf doesn't go with them? That they take care of that Saruman on their own. I like that personally. That like,
well, he lost all his power. He was demoralized because he was shown to be what he was, but he had Wormtongue.
and all the
And he-
bullies and
as
they
weak
brought
as ever.
men. Yeah,
It kind of showed Saruman at his biggest fall, but he was covered in shit and mud, trying to
at
get
his
away
lowest
from
point. Yeah,
Well, fuck him.
yeah, absolutely.
He was a bad guy.
And then he gets betrayed by the only person who would even follow.
The
him that
only
far.
motherfucker that pretend.
Yeah.
And Grima Wormtongue is his Gollum. So in a way, you could say the character of Gollum won. I know Gollum dies and everything, but Wormtongue ends up being like a Gollum.
Oh yeah.
But he wins against the evil, whereas the real Smeagol could not defeat the ultimate evil. Like, it rhymes.
Yeah, absolutely. It fits together. They're shadow selves. They're off.
They're
mirrors.
true selves.
Yeah,
They're
kinda
true
like
selves.
You're reflected in this person, like that.
That's what's so good about the writing is you can make these jumps between characters, and it makes sense if you really care about it and you've read it more than once, or you've watched it more than once, or if you only seen it once, you were like, I don't give a shit. It was cool, but whatever.
Sure.
No, I love it. I fucking love it.
Absolutely. I love
And,
it.
you know-
Yeah, I've watched those movies 1,000 times. I've read the books a bunch of times. It's almost
I read it in my pre-tweens. And I'll do a little Hobbit joke here. Like with breakfast. I got first breakfast, and that was in like 10, 11 years old. And then second breakfast when I hit 12, and I got something new out of it. Yeah, girl. And then I hit it in my late teens just before going in the army and got something new out of it. And then I read it again in the army. I got something new out of it. I read it again when I was still in and got something new out of it. I got out of the army, got a divorce, read it again. And like, holy shit, this story makes more sense as I get older. And I've read it 3 more times after that. And the movies, of course, when they started. Beautiful. It's just beautiful.
absolutely. And that's why, I mean, hey, Return of the King,
Yeah.
most awarded film, really, like, you're talking about Academy Awards.
It's one of the best cinematic things in human existence because they did them all.
And it came at
once.
such a time. It actually came at kind of like the perfect time. I like to talk about, if you watch films and if you watch something that's really old, you take that into account. You can't complain about the special effects of something that came out in the 70s. You know what I mean? Like, you have to take that into account. And so for the Lord of the Rings, it came out in this period of time, kind of in between the first Star Wars, in the 70s. So then you had like the 80s where like special effects, they really started to come into their own. But it was that
didn't
combination.
give a fuck about this. Is storytelling. That's all I care about.
Well, that's why it was perfect. It was because of special effects. They were getting good at them, but they didn't wholly rely on them. They're like, we have these crazy stories that we want to be able to tell. Never before have we had the ability to tell Jurassic Park. Have we had that would have been claymation. It was almost claymation, but then they did animatronics and they did some of the, and then you had
they had some practical effects. They had practical effects.
That's what I'm saying. But it was almost claymation. And they decided to go, they had another direction that they could go with it.
We're talking about Lord of the Rings.
No, that's what I'm saying. That was at the end of it. They had...
No, check out how cool this is. The Lord of the Rings, and the first part is my setup. It's not a punchline. They filmed all 3 movies all at once. Okay, so you get a 3-hour version in theaters. And then you can get a 6-hour version that was filmed at the same time. So there's so much shit that they filmed all at the same time that they don't do nowadays. No one's ever done it. 3 epic, giant, fucking 4-hour movies.
That's how they should have done, or at least planned, the sequel trilogy from Star Wars. Like, You
Well,
should have
listen.
had the story ready going forward. You should know.
Li-
You should
listen,
be able to
I knew-
film the end of the story before you
Listen.
film, because that's how filmmaking is. You know what I mean? You don't have to film in the order of the story. You can film the end before the.
I don't know if
need
you
to
can
know
see
what
my
the end
hand.
is. You have to know.
No,
And they
of
didn't
course.
know. They had no
No,
fucking
no,
idea.
they rushed it. They didn't know what the fuck they're doing. They're
That was
executives.
nonsense.
George Lucas was very against Hollywood executives coming up, but get fucking Peter Jackson. He planned 3 fucking. It's a 12-hour movie. Okay. Why couldn't you get this motherfucker? Don't let George direct. Just let him be in control. Like his ideas and everything. You know,
Get his story. Get his he
only
that's
directed the first Star Wars movie.
Well, he directed
then
all
he
the
did
prequels, but yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, I
in
wasn't
the
there yet,
originals.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Irvin Kershner,
Irvin
and then the
Kershner.
other guy for Return. Yeah. So, but the story was told. Now, bring in God damn it, the guy that did Lord of the Rings, the director. God damn it!
All I
I
can
said-
think of is fat now.
No, but when he was fat, he was a better director. Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson. Well, yeah.
Under
what's his
George
face,
Lucas. Let Peter Jackson get him fat again.
Well, he'd have
Let-
insisted it be done in New Zealand. Well, what do
a
you think about
12-hour
what do you think?
Star Wars sequels is what we deserve.
That would
Peter
have been way
Jackson.
better than what we got. Yeah.
Peter Jackson under George Lucas.
I was wondering what you thought of the Hobbit films.
I wasn't as wowed as much. I did see the first Hobbit movie in theaters with the Force 3D. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, it's pretty. It's not as inspirational.
Did you
it did-
hear?
Listen, it didn't need to be 3 movies. They forced a trilogy. They didn't need it.
Did
They
you
put.
hear the story
understand.
behind
Now you asked me about it. I'm gonna tell you.
it? Okay.
The thing about The Hobbit was they forced too much of Silmarillion stuff in there, which is okay, fine, like for people who know it. But there was no fucking Radagast in The Hobbit. Get the fuck out of here. Tell the Hobbit story. But that's okay because
They
I
had
understand there was other stuff going on at the same time that's alluded to in Unfinished Tales and similar. I get it.
Yeah, there's stuff in
I get-
appendices. But I was going to
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
you
yeah.
if you knew about how Peter Jackson, they kind of called him in last minute to pick up the reins because they weren't going to work with him because he was in a lawsuit with New Line Cinema at the time because he was disputing that he didn't get paid enough for the original Lord of the Rings. So they were trying not to work with him. And I think
That was
Robert-
in his contract, man. You can't bitch about your contract.
Well, no, I think he ended up winning that, and they brought him back for it. He had just had a personal beef with New Line Cinema, but it was originally going to be Guillermo del Toro.
Hold on.
Guillermo del Toro was the one who was originally slated to direct the Hobbit movies, and then he quit last minute, and they brought Peter Jackson in because they had nobody else, and so it was kind of rushed from that perspective. Do you have any thoughts?
I do.
on that?
I remember when Peter Jackson first had the pitch to everyone told him to go fuck himself. You get one movie, tell one movie. And New Line Cinema came in and gave him a pitch. He wanted to pitch 2 movies. And the guy said, it's a trilogy, right? Do all 3 fucking movies. New
Less
Line
Lord of the
gave him,
Rings.
that's what I'm talking about. They're the ones that gave him his shot. And he made a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Now you're going to go attack the people who fucking gave you your shot?
Well, he said he didn't. There was a dispute. There was some sort of dispute. I don't know the full details of it, But
I
there
would
was a
never,
thing.
if all I had was Lord of the Rings under my belt, I would never bitch.
Well, what else do you need? I know. I hear what you're saying. I hear exactly what you're saying. I understand. But if no one holds these fuckheads,
If you
accountable
deserve
with all the
it,
money,
maybe. If you do deserve it,
I
that's
say
one
wring
thing.
as much money from these rich motherfuckers as you can. You're the one that. But anyway, no. All that aside, because of that, they were like,
Sure.
there was an executive that was like, no more Peter Jackson. We don't need him.
Right,
Lord of the Rings
right,
is
right.
made.
It's a-
we
yeah,
have the rights to the Hobbit, and we've got Guillermo del Toro, who is a
I
great
see where you're
director.
going.
Very
see where you're
interesting
going.
stuff. So they were setting stuff up when you're talking about pre-production, when you're writing scripts, when you're setting up sets, you're doing all that stuff. So that was all being set up for him, and then all of a sudden he bails. Guillermo del
Wait a
Toro's
minute.
gone.
Wait a
Now
minute.
Peter Jackson, they're like, let's
Let
get
me
Peter
ask you a
Jackson
question.
because
Let me
that's
ask you a
marketability. That's marketability. We
Well,
got
yeah,
the,
he's
we got the Lord
he's
of the
a
Rings
fucking guy
director.
that made $3 billion.
Hey,
Now,
I'm not arguing with you on that
who-
point by any means. I'm
No,
just
no,
laying
no.
it out. I'm just
Hold
laying
on.
it out.
No. That's not what I was going. I was agreeing with you. Who wrote the scripts for The Hobbit?
That was like him. I think his wife.
Did he do rewrites and stuff after
They did
Guillermo?
after that, the Hobbit stuff. I'm not sure. I know that he's talked about how stressful it
didn't
was, how
seem-
terrible it was, how like
It
they
just
were rushed.
I didn't hate it. It's just the dwarves
I
were too
liked it.
goofy.
They went with, I
It's
think they
fine.
compensated with like that's what I was
It's
talking about
not-
earlier with how Jurassic Park, the original, it had like the physical effects and they had planned it all out. I think The Hobbit, they like compensated for their lack of planning with the effects. They used the effects. They said we can.
It was missing a little spice. That one thing that made it immersive. It was missing something, even though it had lots of charm. It was good. The dwarves didn't need to look like silly clowns. But I think he was going, whoever made that decision was like, let's give a callback to Bakshi. Remember Bakshi? The old animated Hobbit and Lord of the Rings? I think they were doing a callback to that, but it looked too silly. I'd liked Gimli. That's a fucking dwarf. Okay? Make him more like that, brawnier, make him more manlier. I didn't like the crazy haircuts. I thought it was a little silly, but I appreciated it because it is a callback to the old school 60s Hobbit. A little bit.
Yeah.
It was a little too much, though, in my Biffer, Bofer, Bomber. Yeah, I know fucking Bomber's the big fat fuck. He bumbles around. He's a bungler. But he didn't need to look so stupid. They did pretty good with the dragon.
They had to stretch it out into 3 movies. That was the first thing. So then they're like, we got 3 movies to fill with one.
No,
I know. I agree with you. I agree.
It's one book. Why make it 3 movies? But they did put Silmarillion stuff in there, and so I appreciate it. But it's disconnecting. Yeah. It's not The Hobbit.
Well, also that's why you're complaining about the dwarves looking ridiculous. That's because they're like, we got 3 movies. We have to try and get people invested in these characters. How do we make them individuals? Oh, we'll give this guy this unique
trolls.
Style,
they made them look like they made the dwarves look like trolls that sit on the top of your pencil topper. You know what I mean? You can do their hair. Okay, it's stupid.
They're called troll dolls, Dad.
Yeah, we're not doing that. This is Lord of the Rings. God damn it! You didn't show another thing with Lord of the Rings. They didn't do enough songs about Anduril, the sword that was broken. They barely mentioned it.
Lord of the Rings.
No, I watched it. I watched it all. They didn't do much about the sword that was broken. The chants and the songs from the books. You get a couple. Like the road goes ever on. Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hey, I agree. I was just trying to make sure that's what
I can't. Yeah. I can't bitch though.
Because they're trying to make it for like regular people.
No, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck the regs.
You fucking casual. You filthy goddamn casual.
Hey, when the Lord of the Rings came out, nobody was thinking about people who never heard about Lord of the Rings before.
Oh yeah, I didn't give a shit. I was just like,
nobody in that studio. We need to make this for modern audiences. No, we don't. Make it right, and modern audiences will find it and love it.
It's the right way to do things. Oh my god!
And if you think about it, because if you make it right, and then the people who don't know about it see the fans of it, and they love it, they're more likely to try it out, and maybe they'll like it too. Is that so wrong? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so at all. Wookiee Supremacy, what's up?
I seen that guy the other day on another stream. What's up, man? Look at-
Yo! He said Smog was brilliant.
Yeah, it was a beautiful movie, and I liked it. But the dwarves don't look dwarvish. Gimli was
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking dwarf. That's a man. Dwarf. You know,
Give me a
Gimli. Yeah,
army
look
of
at him.
dwarves.
That's straight up. That's a fucking dwarf. These other guys rolling around with different color hair and shit. Get the fuck out.
It was almost like
Barber, you no wonder you're fat. You fucking sit around and your hair's getting all crazy like a big fro. Cut your hair.
In a champagne glass, but you're really cold diarrhea in a Dixie cup.
terrible.
Venture Brothers.
uh,
It was okay. I really enjoyed. There's a lot that I enjoyed about the Hobbit movies. But after seeing the first one in 3D, I didn't see the other two in 3D. I just waited till they came out on DVD. They didn't have no 4-hour cuts.
they did have extended editions, but they weren't that much longer because, again, it was a whole different thing. Like you said, the original Lord of the Rings was planned out. They shot it all at once. They had all this extra stuff that they wanted to include, but they had to cut stuff.
That's
the
why
theatrical
Peter Jackson lost all that weight.
Well, yes, and that's
That
well, that's
had
what
to
I'm
be
talking about.
super stressful.
In the Hobbit trilogy, he got brought on last minute. It's not like everything was planned out exactly as he wanted it. It was
They
planned
didn't know
out
what the
how
fuck they were doing.
They had been prepping for someone else. He came in and said, "Well, this is where we're going to do this." But again, how long were you prepping for someone else? And then you have a whole new director come in.
Did Peter Jackson have the same team come with him into the Hobbit? Like the one main writer, like did he have his team or was it just him brought in? He had to work with a new team for the Hobbit.
And it was a lot of the same team. I know they did a lot of stuff out of like the New Zealand studios.
No, I mean, like the
there.
producers, the executive, the people, all the people
Well,
that
yeah.
helped Lord of the Rings. It wasn't just him. It was a bunch of people.
Team. He got his team, but like the difference is like when you're setting up Lord of the Rings and you're like, we have 3 years to prepare, or like whatever, how many years to like set show. This one was, hey, can you come in and direct this? We're starting now, and he's like,
it sounds like he came in more of an editing director. Like, here's a bunch of shit we already shot, and we can't put a bunch more movie money into this. So,
well, yeah,
what can you do?
It wasn't already shot, but they were like, we've got this stuff set up for this script and this direction and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, I guess that's what we're doing then. Like, there's only so much you can do at that point. If you weren't there to like direct the way that how are the things going to look? They had things getting set up for looking for like how Guillermo del Toro was going to do things. It was
too much.
A mess. It was a mess. It was a whole mess because it should have been 3 movies. 2 at most.
No,
there's no way it should have been 3.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. No way 3.
Okay, so he gets separated from the dwarves at the goblin part. That was cool because they're goblins, they're not orcs yet. He wasn't calling them orcs yet in the books. So you had the Goblin King, and they're running down the hill. Get rid of everything with that orc hunting down Thorin Oakenshield because that shit didn't happen in the books. Nowhere did that fucking happen. None of that shit happened.
Nope.
Maybe 2 movies. You have The Hobbit, and then the next movie will be Battle of Five Armies. And condense it a little bit. Like Bjorn was cool. They did a lot of good stuff. I'm not saying it's all shit because most of it's good. Yeah. But if it's not in the book, take it the fuck out.
Legolas.
Not in the book.
That elf chick that was also.
She's a sweetie, but
the wasp. Yeah, no, nothing against her. Evangeline Lilly, way to go. Keep being great. You shouldn't have been in that movie at all.
No, that's just callback.
Keep up the good work, but just get out.
But Legolas, if you know the books, Legolas was alive in the Woodland Realm during that part. No reason to show.
In the Hobbit. If you read the Hobbit, and it's not that long.
Oh, I know the Hobbit.
Shorter than any of the Lord of the Rings.
It's one book.
Yeah, it's
the same
for a younger
length.
audience, intended at a younger. Yeah, it's insane.
Did it reach a younger audience? because nobody's talking about it
Well, I
except
remember
us.
the memes that were coming out that were like, it's like, oh, they're coming out with a Hobbit movie. Well, actually, they're coming out with 3. What?
Nah,
How many
they
movies? For
they
what?
just
The
did it-
Hobbit. That was
there's an
this.
addiction.
We're doing that?
There's an
What are you
addiction
doing?
in Hollywood with epics. It has to be 3 movies.
Let's do
Why?
a trilogy. Why?
No,
To make
it's
more
gotta be a
money off
trilogy.
of it. I
No, it's
guarantee
because
you.
Star Wars did it.
That's actually why, well, absolutely. Star Wars cultural phenomenon showed them how to make money. Now they don't understand any other way to do it. They're too stupid
They don't know
to
how
figure
to
it out.
tell
They
a
don't know.
story.
Oh, you have to just make a really good product and then people will fucking pay for it. Doesn't matter how much money you spend on it.
Right.
AKA the Joker movie that came out just a couple years ago.
That
Oh,
was a
we
good one.
spent, hey, how much do superhero movies cost? Oh, 250, 350 million. Then you got to pay that much in advertising. All right, well, we're going to make a Joker movie for 50 million.
And they said it
And
was
then
going to
that
fail.
makes $1
$1
billion.
billion.
They said it was going to fail. You had reporters. This is going to turn people to be violent. And then I love seeing the reports afterwards because it's like,
I see
oh,
that.
this dude went crazy with a sword at a Frozen showing. And I was like, at the Frozen showing? He was at Frozen 2 with a sword going nuts. Nothing at the Joker movie. Oh, no, nothing at the Joker movies. What were all these reports of the Joker movies is going to
Oh, he's
drive
white. It's
white
because he's
people
white.
to
It's-
a rage. They're gonna
You remember
it's
that?
gonna create a bunch of they're gonna be out there murdering people. And I was like, I can't imagine that this would be the thing that would, you really think, and all that made me want to do is go see the movie. I'm like, I don't care if it turns me into a slavering
seen it.
lunatic. At least
I've
then
seen
I'd
it.
be more interesting. What the fuck?
I
I gotta see it.
seen
I
it.
gotta see it.
I paid to see it, and I bought it twice. What's that tell you?
Boom.
It's a good fucking movie.
It's worth and you could say as much as you want outside of it. People try to explain movies outside of the movie. Well, this is why it made this much money. Well, this is why it made it. Well, this is why it didn't make as much. Well, this is why it's like, how much money did it make? Okay. It's better than that other one.
Dude,
shut up.
dude. Jokers, they not
You
including
spent how
marketing.
much money? You made how
50.
much money?
They fucking
Business.
spent. God
It's a
damn it.
Beautiful victory.
Yeah, I agree with you. They spent $55 million.
Oh, they're laughing all the way to the bank.
That
Joker.
made more than Captain Marvel
And
in
that-
profit. It made more than every fucking Marvel movie in terms of profit.
And they spent how much on those movies?
55 million.
300 million.
Yeah.
Holy
They made a
shit.
good movie.
Boom.
$55 million. That's a Clint Eastwood movie nowadays. You know what I mean? Like low budget.
Yeah, comparatively, yeah.
It
to the
made
superhero big budget
1.5.
movies.
Papa, say it with me. $1 billion.
And that's the exact type of investment people are looking to
And you know what happened with
invest
that
in.
movie?
You get
Do you
money.
know why that movie made $1 billion? Because word of mouth got out and people said, oh, it's actually good. I'm going to go see it.
And then there were, that. And the other side of it was, if you go see this movie, it's going to corrupt you and you're going to be an evil person that's going to commit violence.
I can't wait.
And I'm just like, nothing else in my life has suddenly flicked a switch and made me a psychopath. But if this does it, I'm fucking fascinated. Do it. That takes responsibility away from me. I can even blame it on the movie. It's not even my fault. Joker did it. It wasn't my fault. We live in a society.
Nobody does that. I was looking for a reason to go crazy when Bruce Lee was still a thing. Okay.
What do you feel about this take from Wookiee Supremacy?
What's he say?
Encino Man.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I saw it in theaters though. We liked it when I was kids,
Sure. Fine film.
I'll watch it again. What the hell?
Yeah. Let's do a live stream. Watching Encino Man. The only perfect movie. I think that title alone would get people to chime in. Hey, that's not the best movie. That's not what we said. We said it was the perfect movie.
Right.
You personally may not like it. It may not be your favorite movie, but it is just to get people to fight. You hear what I'm saying, right? You were already willing to jump in the ring.
God damn it, Encino Man.
Oh, we got him now.
Oh, he's hooked.
it?
My gun.
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
Wow.
Forgot about my clips. Got some sweet ass clips down here.
My God, is it possible?
It must be possible. It's happening. By the way, what's happening?
By the way, here's what's happening. I got 65 and a half hours of vacation till the end of the year that I can take. So if you're having fun, I'm having fun. I'll stay up and drink beers.
Count down the
I'm out of
hours.
weeds. Oh, no, I can take vacation by the hour if I want to. Usually this would be the, let me see what time it is. No, it's only 12.
What I'm talking about.
I'm willing to, you know.
Oh,
hang
you
out for
got
a
me
little while.
dancing.
Shit, the shit.
What I'm talking about.
Talking.
That's what I'm talking
Got me
about.
again.
No, hell yeah. Dude, I'm saying, Justin Hammer, Iron Man 2. Everyone gives Iron Man 2 a bunch of shit. I'm like, dude, Armor Wars is coming back. So Tony Stark is gone. We're just going to have, like, War Machine or whatever. Bring back Justin freaking Hammer.
Is that your bird? I'm confused. You said it wasn't, but now it looks like you're best of pals. You love that bird, don't you? You know what? Take the bird.
I love Sam Rockwell.
Yeah. Bring him back and bring back the wrestler guy.
Oh, you talking about...
Bird. It's a beautiful. We got this all the way from Russia.
Hey man, this not my bird.
Well, listen, even if it's not the bird, I mean, this is a gorgeous bird.
Mickey.
Him?
Bring back Mickey. But not as that character. Like, have him go through a character change. But no,
What
he's a good
if
actor.
He's
He's a
playing
good
different
fucking
character.
actor. And bring back Hammer. But now that things have changed, Hammer has evolved. And maybe his little Robotech is working now. And give
Hammeroids, yeah, Armor Wars. I mean,
give him hemorrhoids.
yeah, I want to see some. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Sam Rockwell is freaking amazing,
Yeah.
Oh, that's not right. No.
and he's a perfect like you were talking about. We were talking about how like for Frodo there's Gollum, for Tony Stark there's him, Justin Hammer. Like he's the shadow image. He's that alternate. He's always trying to live up to this guy. That's like the idealized. He's like, if only I could get it.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get my thoughts together.
I'm gonna do this. Give me something here. You're like a sphinx. I can't read you.
I think I'll take it.
Yeah. So if you're gonna bring Hammer back, he has to have had some kind of epiphany where he's actually doing good with his deck rather than just trying to sell it. Like he's refined it. You know, he's a real player in the game.
That's interesting because I was how are they going to reintroduce him? Because the last we literally see of him is Iron Man 2. He gets arrested, so we don't know where has he been. Did he bribe his way out of prison? I mean, he broke Whiplash completely out of a foreign prison and had him flown to his so what? Who's to say he couldn't do the same thing for himself? But it would be interesting very much to see him come back, and it's great. That's one of the things I love about like superhero shows, and so it's when you see the public perception of that character. Like, look, Justin Hammer, the savior of. But what do you say?
No. But he's just like Tony Stark. It rhymes with the beginning of Iron Man. He's overconfident, and he has to build his way out of it. You know, remember he was a prisoner, and
I always thought that was interesting, though. That was part of the difference between him and Tony, is that Tony actually had the intelligence, actually had the wherewithal, where if he was put in that situation, he could build. But the whole thing about Justin Hammer was he's kind of just like a rich kid. And he doesn't understand.
Yeah,
That's why,
yeah.
like, when he was like, let's get this guy some encrypted passwords, and the guy just breaks in. Whiplash is just innocent. He's like, your software is shit. And it's like, okay, you didn't need the passwords. And it's like, okay, you know, he's got the money to pay for things. Like, yeah, has he got money?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's kind of like that power and responsibility kind of thing. It's like, you have a lot of power. Are you using it responsibly? Do you know how to? You don't understand what you're doing. You're putting dangerous things in dangerous people's hands. You're just trying to make a good show of it.
That makes sense. But one thing Hammer's missing from Tony is Tony's better at it.
Oh, absolutely.
So
100%. That's the
no.
whole
I
thing.
mean, that's not my whole point. It's just that now he has something to compete against to get better, and that's his character arc.
Yeah,
he
and
becomes a better person despite being a bad guy.
Right.
He's inadvertently a bad guy. He's just greedy.
Well, sure.
But he becomes a good guy.
And now Tony's gone.
Yeah, Tony's gone.
Who better to
There's
fill
a void there.
those shoes?
There's a
And
void
that's
there, and he
gonna
doesn't
create a clash between him and Don
hopefully-
Cheadle's character. Because
maybe
they're both
sure.
trying to be that character, that Iron Man character. Maybe Sam Rockwell's character, Hammer, is good now. Maybe he's trying to be a good guy. And Don Cheadle's War Machine is like, this is a bad guy. And he's not willing to accept that. That would be
I don't think he's evil, though.
There.
I don't think he's
I
evil.
agree with you. Yeah.
He's a businessman, but he's not he's not Tony. And
Right.
that could be part of his arc where he has to learn it even harder than Tony.
And being like beat up in prison for him, I mean, he's probably never been.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like the kind of character that's been through that kind of hardship or whatever. Maybe something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Could
Maybe.
be something
Maybe.
that sent him. There's a lot of possibilities there.
Yeah.
I just don't. You know what? As long as they bring Sam Rockwell back to play that character, I'm in. Not, you know what? Shut up and take my money.
I'm not saying that from the ashes of captivity never has a greater Phoenix metaphor been personified in human history.
He is good though.
Oh yeah.
So difficult to compete with.
It's like staring at the twin suns, feeling like you're not going to go anywhere. And you got to do it.
Who's they? What the hell is an aluminum falcon?
Yeah. It's hard out there for
It's hard out here for a pimp.
every
When
man.
trying to get the money for the rent. The gas money and whatever the hell is spent. Yep.
Just playing around.
Hey, don't go yet, man. I got a full beer and I don't know what I'm going to deal with it if I'm just going to be sitting here talking to myself. So.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Tiff, we have a conundrum.
Hey, I want to thank you, man.
You're welcome. It took a lot of effort, frankly. What are you thanking me for? Take great pride in that. Wait, what?
That's fucked up.
No, it's so perfect, dude.
It is.
I was hosting NCU Mondays. They had a whole thing where there was the what if episode. They were breaking into Wakanda, and I was like, "This is so fucking Wakanda's technology is the most stupid fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life." And that meme was perfect. Dude. But then again, this one was pretty.
Hold on. Go back to the circuit board. We got a capacitor. I don't know how this is going to help us kill anybody unless they're asleep. We got some relays.
the Wakandans, they have like spears and stuff, and then their guns, and it's like,
And they're like Wakanda forever.
Design.
Do you remember when that movie came out? You remember that movie came out, and they're like Wakanda forever. I'm like, why are you celebrating an African country that doesn't exist?
It doesn't exist, and it's the whole point. Like Black Panther. Look, if you love it, that's great. Great.
Oh, I love Black Panther.
They just try.
I don't like the movie, but I like the character.
Yeah, they just in that movie though. The whole explanation is like, oh, look at these colonizers, and they even say it. They say it like a curse word. Oh, colonizers, and I'm like, you hoarded. You have laser beams and spacecraft, and you hoarded that and let everyone around you die. And you're like, it's
Wakanda.
It's those people with muskets. They're the problem.
Yeah. It's everyone else's fault. It's everyone else's fault that you have the only African nation that's ever been a success.
It's everyone around you that's. But you hoarding your wealth and letting everyone die. That's, damn,
hey, Baba. Hey, Baba. I'm so glad that we have the only ethno state in Africa.
Look outside. No, we have a force field for a reason. Those are the unconventional. We don't deal with
walls
those.
work. Walls work.
They have a. That's the whole beginning of the thing. Is they're like, oh, there's people near our borders, and I was like, dude, Africa's huge. Dude, and that's the end of it. They're like, we've got to set up relief stations. It's like,
oh, dude, I almost got the fist.
You cannot paint colonizers or like that history, that real history, as evil people. If you watched it and were like, let's not interfere.
Yeah. I don't see no.
We might risk our wealth.
Other than, hold on. Other than Egypt, I don't see no ancient temples in Africa.
Where are they?
Yeah, they don't have an ancient. They live in the bushes.
That's why, that's where Gorilla City is in.
I don't know about all that.
In DC. No, I'm saying somewhere in Africa. That's he keeps saying that somewhere in Africa. Where
oh God, what's that song? What's that song? Somewhere in Africa. They ain't got no.
The rains down
yeah, that's
Africa.
it. Was that Cujo? No, Toto, not Cujo. What the hell am I talking about? That's Cujo.
What's that Cujo? Yeah, you heard that song, Rains Down in Africa? Yeah,
oh,
dude,
sure.
I love me some Cujo.
Play it. Yeah. When's the last time I ever heard any place settled by a white man where lions and tigers and leopards come steal your babies and eat them?
Tarzan. Boom.
Hey, listen, they don't do that in Egypt.
That was a crash
Egypt's
landing.
in Africa. Libya's in Africa. Sahara Desert's in Africa. Ain't no eating no babies over there from lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
Oh my.
Where are all of every continent has temples. Every continent has
stairs,
pyramids,
ziggurats.
Where are the pyramids in Africa and Egypt? I never saw a black person ever said they were Egyptian.
Well, King, you never heard something? Hey, King. And you see it, and it's supposed about Egypt. Hey, Pharaoh. It's like, all right.
The only death threats I ever got was calling the Egyptians Africans.
I got I did a show. I was doing a comedy show in Baltimore, and I did a joke that had played well in other places, but it's basically me just talking about Moses, and I was like, Moses, hell of a guy, free the Egyptian or free.
He went to space.
Well, I don't know. Jews in space.
No,
But
he said I don't know much about the Bible. No, they said he saw Earth from a long way away, and he saw all the nations and blah blah blah. You're in a spaceship,
That's a
Debbie.
vision. I've had dreams.
That's not a vision. That's an astronaut.
Dude fell asleep. I'm just saying.
It's the equivalent of Buddha, where
I
like
woke
he
up,
almost.
I had a vision.
Yeah.
Man had a fucking dream.
You know who had a real
Writing a
vision?
book about it.
Mel Brooks had a real vision. When he came down, he said, "We got 15." He dropped the tablet, by the way. It was an accident. We got 15. We got 15.
I'm sorry.
10 commandments.
Yeah, John, there used to be 15 commandments, but when he got up there, the Lord has given me 10 commandments. Absolutely. 100%.
But
He
now,
went to-
in whatever year this is, the audience wants action and seats with beverage holders, but mainly action. At the end of the world, God loves you. He's gonna kill you.
Yep. Loves you so much.
I love that I could take stuff from almost any point in time from The Simpsons and it's still applicable.
Do you want to hear
Kidding me? This baby is off the charts. Why? Oh, a sarcasm detector. Well, that's a really useful invention.
Do you want to hear something crazy?
Sure. I love craziness.
It's. I might have a punchline in there, so it's. I don't really believe this, but it could be true. There's a reason why we have so many wars. It's because when a lot of people die, their life force goes into the center of the earth to feed whoever's down there. So, like, hey,
Here we go.
So, what you're telling me is we have what were you finished? Was that what people fight
No, I
each other
wasn't
and then where
finished.
do their souls go? What happened?
you fucked me up, man. You gotta let me finish.
I'm a bastard. Continue.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
You're so polite. No, I want to hear the end of it.
No, because as soon as I start talking, you'll play another fucking Simpsons.
I won't. I promise to let you finish your thought. I want to hear the end of this thought.
No, you hurt my feelings.
Well,
Hey, what was the purpose of life anyway?
Who knows? Probably some hogwash about the human spirit.
now I'm playing.
Mm,
Was it about aliens?
no,
It didn't sound like it. It sounded like it was very Earth-centric. Like our souls go back to the center of the Earth. Why? Why would they do that? What's that to do with souls?
I was gonna bring in the Cycle of Souls from Final Fantasy VII, but you
Ooh.
fucking
I have that on
No.
VHS. No, that one that they made like the first 3D movie that like.
no. I don't want to talk about it now.
What do you want to talk about instead? Now I really want to talk about that. I've
Oh,
fucked myself
now
here.
you want to talk about
now
it?
I'm fucked.
Payback is a bitch. Payback. Payback is a bitch. Payback. Payback is a bitch.
I've
We don't know what we did.
been rendered
Uh-huh.
insignificant,
No,
idiotic. Tell
no,
me.
not
Tell
by
me.
me.
You're gonna tell me? You're not gonna tell me.
No,
Well, then
mate.
what are we gonna do? You want to just
We can move on.
let's move on.
Did you see the new Dave Chappelle?
Is it on Netflix? I haven't watched it.
No.
Is it? Have you?
Yeah, twice.
Oh, twice. So you liked it?
Well,
I'm assuming.
the first time I watched it for his body language and what he was actually saying,
Mhm.
and then the second time I watched the body language and what the audience was saying. It was good. It was really good.
Good. I love to hear that. I'm a fan of Dave Chappelle. I had
Oh.
seen him on Saturday Night Live recently, and I was like, I didn't know.
Oh, I don't watch TV.
He had done an opener, and I just randomly.
Well,
I
he
think I
can't
saw it
say
online,
he can't
but-
say what he wants to say.
Well,
It's
yeah, and that-
uncensored.
Okay,
Uncensored.
cool.
It's very good. Like,
I've been a fan of his for a long time, so
some people might say if like you start hearing him do a setup where you set up the joke before the payoff,
sure.
you might say, "Oh my God, he's bending the knee," but no, he breaks their knees. he doesn't bend any knees.
It's the follow through, baby.
It's really
good.
good.
He's been really good about that kind of thing. About you know, not like I've always loved his comedy, even 20 years ago. But
Sure.
Current day, he was away, he came back, he's been doing new stuff. He's still very good. Like he's aware of.
He's reading the
society,
audience.
Yeah, and he works within that, and that's
But the punchline always offends the people. He always
with, like the alphabet people. That was him. He was like he was the guy that said
he takes it like 3 steps forward in this one. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. Like you'll see a setup like, oh my god, he's bending the knee, but then he fucking really hammers it in. It's really good. Like he got better. He got better. Like he's super funny.
I might have to. I've never done this before, but I guess there's people that do reactions to like movies and stuff, and they just and then it's like they edit together some clips of themselves reacting to things.
Sure.
Most of what I do on my page is comedy reactions, just because that's what people want, and that's what I give them. And so I'm thinking maybe I should do that for this. But yeah, I want to watch it regardless of how I do
if you can get away with it without getting struck, sure.
That's what I was gonna say. That's why like very small clips and just like as opposed to like the entire bits. That's how I normally do it.
Oh, do it.
Yeah,
a 12. You could do easily. You could do a 12-hour EFAP. Okay, you could. It's really fucking good.
I'm looking forward to it. Okay, now I'm doubly looking forward to it.
Well, I hope you do. I hope you check it out.
I had just seen it. I was going to watch Seinfeld. I was watching some because I was like, oh look, Seinfeld's here. But that's something that I would I watch Seinfeld while I'm doing other things. You know what I mean? It's like a background, or like other shows like that. A comedy special is something I would want to give my full.
Oh, okay. If you're looking for a palate cleanser, have you seen Squid Game?
No.
That is fucking awesome.
And that's what I'm hearing. Everyone's talking about it.
No woke shit at all. They try it. They try it, but they do it in such a way that it completely destroys. Like there's you probably heard about it. Is that they use kid games, but if you lose, you die.
Right.
Okay. But it's a lot more in depth than that. But let's say you're doing. Hold on.
You're about to go on. Sorry.
Let's say it's tug of war, right? And you have a lot of people. Girls are the same as guys. No. If you have guys on one side pulling her up, you bitch is gonna die.
Let's see how that plays out in real life.
But the way they explain it, like there's an old guy on this one team. He's one of the main characters. I ain't gonna spoil it for you, but the way they explain it is actually really good, and it's not woke and it's not stupid. Like there ain't no training shit. There ain't none of that. There's this company. I haven't finished it yet because I refuse to binge. I don't binge. I'll watch it here and there,
Sure.
But I watched it the last couple of days, and what the fuck was I going with this? Oh no woke shit at all. It's really good.
That's good. So
That's
have
a
you
good
watched?
show.
Have you watched The Boys?
I never did, but I hear it's good.
Okay, I was just curious because
The only thing I ever heard about The Boys is this guy forced a bitch to suck his dick in the first season.
But
oh god,
he just coerced her.
I know.
And although
I want to see it, but I haven't seen it.
In season 2, that same guy, they do like an in-world commercial, and that's one of the best things about that show is like the meta stuff, because like they have like stuff where they're filming movies for these people, and then they show them behind the scenes, and they're like just pieces of shit. Guess what? Superheroes are just pieces of shit like anyone else. And imagine if that piece of shit that you like think is just, oh my god, that guy is just such a piece of shit. Well, guess what? He's Superman too, and it's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like, and so like imagine if that was, and that's kind of what they inject into the world. Just because you have superpowers, like just because the world sees you as Superman doesn't mean in like your personal life. And so they take that, and corporations too, because corporations sponsor the entire thing. And so it's like I love that they get into that side of things. And the only thing I hate about it is that it's like made by Amazon, and I'm like, you're the thing. You are the thing. In real life, there are no superheroes, but you are the corporation that's controlling. Whatever. Can I buy something?
Is it good? Is it good?
It's good. Oh, it's good. It's good. And I was gonna say in the second season, that guy that makes the girl suck he's like basically the Aquaman character, and the rest of the team makes fun of him, and he gets her to do that because she's new to the team and doesn't know any better. But then later, like the rest of the team is shitting on him. He basically gets kicked off the team. Later, then gets into like a Scientology type like religious program or whatever, and then makes a commercial for like Fanta, I think. That's like that. Oh, what was that ad where there was the one dude about to hit on the girl jogging, and the other guy goes. They make like a parody of that ad in the show, but he's doing that commercial, and it's like to show off his like purity. And I was like, oh my god, this is so good. That's perfect. Like the stuff like that.
I'll check it out.
Like, that wasn't super. And yes, there are superheroes beating the crap out of each other. There are amazing other moments, but that reflection on reality right there was just one of the best.
Did you see the Jupiter's whatever? Jupiter
Ascending?
Made by Mark Millar. Jupiter, is that what it is? Jupiter. It was superheroes too. Jupiter's.
No, I don't think I did.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was made by Mark Millar.
I don't think I saw that.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
So their suits are a little cheesy, but the story I thought was pretty good.
Okay, so that's the show.
Jupiter's Landing. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Jupiter's Landing. All right, never mind.
But it's a show. It's a series, right?
They only had the one season. They canceled it already. It was actually promising.
I think they're actually doing. It's not season 2, but it's like the same universe. They're going to do.
Oh, okay. They're going to do something else.
Yeah, they're going to do something with the villains, I think. But no, I haven't watched it. But you liked
it. It was pretty good.
Think of that? Yeah.
It was fun. The suits look stupid, but it doesn't matter because the storytelling is good.
Right on.
You know,
I was just playing some Injustice 2 for the first time. It was on sale on Steam. I got it for like $15. I was like, that's good enough. I don't normally play fighting games, but it's got superheroes and Ninja Turtles and
what the?
Yeah, Leonardo's in it or something. And
whoa! Tell me about this.
Well, he's just like an extra character. You know how
what game?
It's a fighting game. Injustice 2. You know, Injustice.
Oh, they got downloadable characters.
Well, I mean, the way that I bought it, and maybe I got like the special edition or whatever, but yeah, it had like Leonardo's over there. Hellboy, I haven't actually played as him yet, but he's over there.
Does it play like Mortal Kombat or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's your standard side-by-side fighting game.
Beat 'em up.
Yeah, beat 'em up. And special moves, you know, and so each character has their like ultimate moves. And it's probably easier if you're a Mortal Kombat or like fighting game expert. My favorite fighting game is Super Smash Brothers on N64. So I'm only playing this for kind of like you know, like I like superheroes and stuff, that side of it. And there's the Injustice, I think, movie coming out soon.
That's what I hear.
And it looks
fantastic. I knew some guys that played that N64 game. I didn't
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't play it, but I knew a lot of people who did, and we all smoked weed together back in the day.
What do you do nowadays?
I ain't played no Smash Brothers.
Definitely still smoking weed. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We support healthy lifestyles.
Oh, sure. Eat supper. Drink a healthy amount.
Everything in moderation.
Moderation, sure.
Of course, moderation, according to your toleration, you know, it's like, well, I've been drinking for years. Well, you got a higher tolerance so you can have more beers.
Oh, I might have one.
That's not how that works.
Oh, it works.
I disagree. Yeah.
How do you plan on putting down this rebellion everyone's talking about?
By shooting it with lightning.
Jupiter's Legacy.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thank you, John or Jay Biscardi. That's
largely enjoyable.
Oh, he is the Geek and I podcast. I believe that's John Biscardi of the Geek and I podcast. Wonderful podcast, worth checking out.
Awesome.
They're a member of the Geek News Now team, which I am also a part of as well. That's where I do the MCU Mondays thing. So,
what are you
great
doing
to
over
see
there?
you. Boom.
What are you doing over there?
Mostly what I do is the MCU Mondays, the live stream every Monday night. We talk about whatever's happening in Marvel. We watch any new trailers. We talk about whatever, like anything on Disney Plus, like What If. This coming Monday, we're going to talk about the most recent episode. And we have a lot of fun. I made this. You can get a t-shirt. The boner alert from WandaVision, because they introduced, oh, look, that's literally the character from the Fox X-Men, and now he's appearing with super speed in WandaVision, and they're like, no, it's just a boner joke. And I was like, that's a boner alert.
Boner!
How dare you? And you see it, listen to the producers, like, well, we had no idea that people would make that connection. It's like, if you had no idea that someone made that connection, you don't deserve to have the job that you have. Someone fire this person. Not only do you have the job that you have, and you're talking to her, you're just terrible. Fire you.
You get fired? What are you firing people for, man?
I would fire them. We had
What
no
for?
idea.
What are you firing people for?
Our Marvel show and see a character that exists in the Marvel universe with the same powers that they had. Well, we just never thought they would associate those things together. That's bullshit. That's either the worst lie. Like, how'd you come up with that lie? That was terrible. You didn't have any time. You had time. You could come up with a better lie than that. We didn't know that they were there. That's the best you can do. Your job is to know. You're writing the thing. You should know what. Oh, not that I'm not invested in the whole thing.
You are breaking my balls into oblivion.
You broke my balls first. I got a scrotum full of whipped cream.
Oh.
Look at my balls over here.
You're killing me.
I've worked up a froth. I've worked up a slurry.
It's just a foamy mess.
God damn it! It's foaming. I'm foaming at the froth.
You did the that action.
You did this to me.
I want to say this was you. Let's appropriate some blame. Schmidt, that's absolutely right.
We gotta give somebody some blame for this.
We're appropriating, but tonight on It's Face Productions, we're throwing out.
Sure.
Your fault. I swear to it's you.
It's my fault.
We're throwing out. It's what we were born to do.
Do you get more power when you laugh? Because I have never discovered that well.
Oh, power! Like the Joker. Spends so much of his time cackling.
Yeah, cackling, sure.
Now remember, kids, go into your parents' medicine cabinets and grab the blue pills and send them down to 123 Krusty Lane. Nobody likes a bipolar clown.
I thought you said go into the fucking medicine cabinet and simmer down.
Just grab whatever's in there and put it in you.
Thor, what do you know?
Is he asleep?
No. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Oh no, he's just fat.
Kevin James has a
No,
stand-up
he's awake the
special.
whole time. He's awake. He's just fat.
I'm gonna French fry this little freak.
Let's do it. You shoot my guy and I'll blast him. Let's go. Do it, Quill. I can take it.
No, he can't take it.
She's right, you can't.
Oh, that's what she said.
Dubstep's like pussies.
You're so dark.
Do you sure you're not from the DC universe? I love dubstep.
Yeah. That's I forget all these individual clips, but they're good ones.
I'm an insane person. I'm like, why do you have these clips? It's like,
not wrong with that.
I actually have gotten to the point where I try to upload a new clip and StreamYard. Someone's like, "Whoa, bro, you've got over 100 clips up here. You can't have more than 100 clips." I'm just like,
"Are you
I
able
need to edit down my number of clips?" And I've got Christmas coming up, so I know I'm going to need this one.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Yeah, you're
What's in the
gonna
box?
need
That's
some.
topical, and this is topical as hell right now.
I gotta say, Boba, this is one beauty of a ship. Not crazy about the name, though.
And the way that I usually am on the internet leads me to definitely keep this one in my back pocket.
Yes, every single thing I say offends them.
Who are you calling them?
Those. How about those? Those people. Oh, let's call you those.
What do you mean, those people?
No. It's only one of them, right? You're in a store or whatever. You open a door for one of those, and they're like, "You want to go inside? I can open the door myself." So I promptly go inside the door, close it, so they have to open it themselves.
Have you had that happen to you in real life?
Once.
I was about to say that cannot be happening, because if that happened to me, I would damn sure shut the door in their fucking face and then
I'm
hold it
fucking
closed
rude
against
when
them,
it happens.
and then be like, "What?
Oh,
Why
I
are you
did it.
holding the damn
One
door
time.
against me?" It's like, well,
But
you said you could do it yourself. I'm just trying to make you even stronger than you thought you were. Fuck you.
I'm trying to.
You're welcome, motherfucker.
Bitch, I'm trying to help you power up.
I was doing something kind. Now I'm doing something petty. Whose fault is that?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Fuck off. You
I
know?
can do this all. I have nowhere to be.
Payback is a bitch. Payback. Payback is a bitch. Payback. Payback is a bitch.
Yeah, I don't have to be nice.
Men, we don't know what we did.
Yeah.
How could you? What? What did I do?
They're making it up
Or
as they
not
go
do?
along.
It was all okay. That was an internal dialogue in which that I said those things. I didn't.
That's what they all say.
Not a reality thing.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Great Scott.
I know, this is heavy.
Piss.
Hey, let's do get help. What? Get help. No. Come on, you love it. I hate it. It's great. It works every time. It's humiliating. Do you have a better plan? No. We're doing it.
Get help! Please! My brother's dying! Get help! Help him!
Classic. Still hate it?
Shit! Language. Wait a second. No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language? Just slipped out.
Find the scepter.
And for gosh sake, watch your language.
That's not going away anytime soon.
You bet your ass.
Steve, you said a bad language word.
Did you tell everyone about
The
that?
Hedos imprint.
Out with the platinum bastard.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
You know what, Romanoff? Fury, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Uh-huh. That's an evolution of a character right there.
Get used to the modern world, Cap. We cuss around these parts.
Why don't we just find baby Thanos, you know, and...
First of all, that's horrible.
It's Thanos.
Kill him.
Yeah. One thing you missed was when Cap was like, "Oh, I got that one."
Oh, I got that reference.
Remember?
I understood that reference.
Yeah.
I don't want to be subject to Loki and all his flying monkeys. I understood that reference.
Goddamn right. I don't need to be. Yeah, I'm 70 years out of fucking. Call me old man. I'm gonna punch you through the wall. But at the same time, yeah, you gonna get it.
You're gonna get it.
I love Cap.
I saw a post the other day on like an MCU Facebook group. I'm a part of like tons of different groups, meme groups, theory groups, all types of groups. So
Sure.
Post stuff in them, whatnot, and see. I end up just seeing everything that they post. And so the one was like, "Are you telling me Captain America really isn't racist? Like, I mean, he came from the 19 whatever." And I was just like, there was a whole manifesto on this, and just like the comments got lit up, and it's like, oh, so if you're white, you're a racist. If you're from a certain time period, I was like, you're being ageist, sexist, racist, like all kinds of stuff. But again, that's not something that I spend my time on.
No, I will always fight against.
Like,
I will always fight against people calling me racist because I'm not racist.
Well,
I spent time. I've lived on 3 continents, and the only time that I've been called racist is by white people in America
for liking a movie. No, I don't know if that's actually your experience.
Well, no, not for that particularly, but I have been called racist and bigoted because I didn't like Last Jedi. But
wasn't that a
I've
thing?
lived long before that was a thing.
Sure.
I lived on 3 continents, and nobody ever called me a racist. In fact, when I lived in Europe, I lived in Germany specifically, and they called me the N-word because America, little known fact, is a mixed country. They don't mix so much over in Europe.
You're going too fast
Booyah.
for me.
Booyah!
What?
Yeah, I got called the N-word. I got called the N-word because I have like 4 to fucking different things in me, and to them, being mixed is weird. So they called us the N-word. I was an American soldier stationed in Germany. It was during Bosnia. Now, I didn't go to Bosnia yet. That was like 2 years. Then I went to Bosnia. But, yeah. They didn't give a fuck what skin color you are. You come from America, you're the N-word.
And I'm also partially wondering if
we're the melting pot. We're the melting pot. That's America. We are the melting pot.
Yeah, we are. So there's
greatest
one word
country
they're
on the
not
fucking
allowed
planet.
to say.
Oh, I didn't say no bad
Just
words.
shout it out. No. I'm saying them. There's like that's an American. There's a word they're not allowed to say.
Oh, I had some white people putting their fingers on my face, and I'm white as the fucking. I don't know if you can see. I'm pretty fucking white, and they're like, I can see this in you, I can see this in you, and they fucking hated us. But we drank beer together. As long as you don't start shit, won't be shit.
Yes, I'm down with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Tristan.
How do you do that? I aim for the middle.
Sad about it. It's a. All right.
I've just been playing random stuff.
Hey, do you have any cuts from Enemy Mine? Remember that? Remember that movie?
I know what you're talking about. I just don't have any stuff. Because this is all stuff that I had.
That's a real good movie. Talk about racism. Watch Enemy Mine. It breaks it down quite nicely.
When did that come out?
In the 80s.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that. I'm just looking up.
Lou Gossett Jr.
1985. Yeah.
It's got what's his name? Dennis.
Oh, listen to this tagline. I'm looking at the poster here on Wikipedia. It says, "Enemies because they were taught to be, allies because they had to be, brothers because they dared to be." Oh, that's good.
That's a little gay.
No,
it's
a tagline for a poster, and they didn't have internet back then. That was 90% of the marketing.
Mostly a little bit, but I mean, the first two things, sure. It's a good fucking movie.
Brothers because they dared to. So you say that's marketing bullshit.
You got the guy from Inner Space, not Martin Short, the other guy. God damn it! I wish I remember his name. It would give more credence to my argument.
Dennis Quaid.
There are Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
And you got Lou Gossett Jr.
Lou Gossett Jr.
That was a good fucking movie, and that's. I mean, if you want to think about it, that is kind of like a movie about race, and they become friends, reluctantly, but. Their race is at war in a space war.
See that?
I don't know, man. That's a great fucking movie, man.
That's the title.
That's a great fucking movie. Yeah. Space War.
Theatrical release. And
now,
Mine! Look at that Mine coming in through. It's actually way better than a lot of movie posters today.
That's a good I don't give a fuck about the poster. The movie's awesome. I think it's only like 90 minutes. It's a quickie.
Well, yeah.
But it's a good movie.
Let's see. 29 minutes.
After Lou Gossett Jr. fucks himself because he's asexual, has a kid, Dennis Quaid. Yeah, they learned like years of. So. Lou Gossett Jr. squirts out this kid, and despite their differences, Dennis Quaid vows himself to raise this child as his own.
Is that really the plot? Yeah, I gotta watch.
Well,
this
it's part of it. It's part of it.
I've never seen it. I'm gonna watch this movie now.
And his name is Davidge. His name is Davidge. Davidge. It's the accent of the alien. You'll see if you ever want to see it.
Look, you had me at Lou Gossett Jr. When you said Dennis Quaid as well, I was like, well, now I'm
Dennis Quaid. That's a good movie. It's Escape from Alien Worlds.
And like you said, 90-ish minutes. I just don't have time for 90 minutes.
No, I know what you mean. It's quickie. You can watch
entire
clips
stream
on
has been
YouTube.
Longer than 90 minutes, all right? I've got the time.
Oh, I got time.
Oh, I got the time. You don't know what you bargained for, brother. I got the time. Oh, I'm here.
Oh, I'm gonna do
Camera's
it.
rolling, ladies and gentlemen.
If you can find it. Enemy Mine is a beautiful 80s movie.
We gonna watch it,
dude. It's not corny. It's not corny. It's a good movie.
If
but
I
you'll
can
be
find
able
it, should I send
Oh,
it to
you'll
you?
be able to see. You'll be able to see how it ties into modern life.
And over there is my intergalactic spaceship. And here's where I keep assorted lengths of wire.
That was
yeah.
But no, I'm seriously gonna watch that movie. I have not seen it. Now I'm going to watch it.
That's what everyone says. How do you find these movies? You just find a place that just hosts the movies?
Now it's unfortunate that I don't have like a pirate clip. I need a pirate. Yeah, I have ways. Also,
okay.
So, my brother has like his own digital collection on Plex, and if I don't find it there, then I have my own. I have to go through my own library, but that one I don't have, so I would go find it. And I'd look it up.
Trust me, I'm so looking for it too. They didn't make a Blu-ray. They didn't make a Blu-ray.
If you
it's
want
old.
If I can find it, if I find it, do you want
me
to get in touch with you? I'll get
it's a good fucking movie.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you want it? All right. If I can't. I'm not making any promises. Look, I'm hedging. This is me hedging. Look, you want to hedge, mate? If you can make your way through that, yeah. Hey, yeah, I got you. Bring your hedge clippers, bro, because I'm hedging. But yeah, if I get that, we'll be in touch.
What's in the box? You think you're hot in a champagne glass, but you're really cold diarrhea in a Dixie cup.
It's goddamn beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No.
You good?
Let's keep going.
Keep going. All right. Well, I'm very easily peer pressured, so.
Down. All right, let me ask you this one time. What master do you serve?
What master do I serve? What am I supposed to say, Jesus?
Jesus wasn't a master.
Absolutely. I don't think he ever claimed to be. Yeah, they literally.
No, he never claimed it. He's a normal guy. He's a normal guy. I don't know. I'm not
philosophy and religion. Let's
I can talk
discuss the
philosophy,
nature of
but I
Jesus.
won't make it about religion.
Well,
You know, I'm not the smartest guy, but
look, I'm willing to talk about Jesus. It's not going to be religious.
no, okay. If that's what you want to do,
I was just teasing. No,
are you teasing me?
Nope, that was actually a lie. Yeah, no, the things I try to avoid on my channel are like.
Oh no, I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm not trying to do anything.
I know.
Anybody that sees my channel knows I don't get controversial.
We've spent just about 2 hours hanging out. If I was
Oh,
worried about your level of controversy, this wouldn't have lasted this long.
Well, thank
Would
you.
have been like, you know what? Look, I gotta go. It's over.
Oh, I gotta get the fuck
It's
out
like,
of here.
oh man, I
base.
never. How do we?
I've been trying to get away from you for 2 hours, but you've been so controversial. I just don't want to.
This guy
step
won't let
on
me
your
hang
toes.
up the phone. Just trying to get out of here. So, how are your kids? Oh, fuck you. I don't care about your kids. What's your life? I don't care. What is this?
It's the end of the world! God loves you! He's gonna kill you!
Gotta stay topical. I think if you polled most Americans and you said, look, the White House, everyone in it was destroyed.
I wish I could tell you more about the White House.
Me too. I'm worried. It's
Well,
white.
you
It's
shouldn't
a
be.
house. There's no way they
It's
can keep that maintenance on that. I mean, look, the damn Statue of Liberty is supposed to be copper. It's green.
That's what they say, but if the White House was black, they'd still bitch about it.
It's too hot. Well, you painted it black. Right? It's absorbing the heat, and it's.
Oh shit!
You
It's
were afraid
absorbing
of calling
heat.
Look, hey, I'm not a scientist, but I've read documents.
Welcome to the Black House.
Is it hot in here? Or is that just
it's
me?
too
Nah, it's the pressures. It's the pressures of government.
Is it hot?
Oh. Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Bang!
Is it just hot in here, or is it just my skin color?
Have you tried changing your skin color? Now I've heard.
I mean, there are
Very
ways.
cooling.
Michael Jackson did it.
And look how that turned out for him.
Well, I didn't say you needed to be addicted to drugs.
There were a lot of factors. Yeah, it is. That's why it's funny. I mean, that's part of why. That's not the. It's part of why it's funny.
Oh, that's the way I only.
We know how to be friends.
We did it.
Oh, yes, we do.
All right. It started with this.
Oh, baby, what's going on with you?
It's ending with that.
It's one of those kind of girls you just kind of want to fuck. And like, have you ever seen Fellowship of the Ring? Yeah, it's the first Star Wars movie.
It's like,
Oh,
you've
How
never.
I've never watched Lord of the Rings before. Can you teach me about it? Like, sure, but I don't really care about you, so I'm going to show you the short version of the movie.
If you're willing to fake it for my non-extended version, just wait till you freak out when you see the extended edition.
The whole thing is, she'll fuck it, but only during the short version of the movie. She is not really invested. You got to dick her down at least 5 times before she's like, "Oh yeah, show me that extended version, Daddy."
She doesn't care about the.
She don't give a fuck.
She don't care about the Lord of the Rings, which is
just
what's
get some
terrible
pussy.
about it. Because if you can get a girl that's into Lord of the Rings, then you can both watch the extended versions while you're doing it doggy style, and then take a break, and then continue doing it, and then put in the next edition, and then be like, "Oh, it's tomorrow. Let's keep doing it," and you're enjoying Lord of the Rings. Look, yeah, I say it's find a girl that's into it, and then you can watch Lord of the Rings and back.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I almost got.
You never get them pregnant off the first viewing because they got to watch it the first time. And if she comes back, then you show her, like, there's 2 more hours of fucking footage.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
And then you get them pregnant.
Our
I
kids
don't
are
know. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I hung out with this girl. She fucked me after the 2-hour movie, but she didn't come back for the 4-hour cut, so she's out.
Forget about her.
Yeah, get out of here, bitch. You're only here for some seed.
You're
whore.
one of those basic theatrical version hoes.
One of those basic bitches.
I saved my extended editions for the real thing.
I save my seed for the people who are here for the long haul. Now she's pretty, but would I get her pregnant? No.
That's why she's got her mouth open.
Well, you know,
go there.
You make a deposit. You know, she's attractive, but don't get girls like that pregnant. Don't get girls like that pregnant.
It's a scam. It's basically the
It's
oldest
a
scam in
scam.
the book.
She's like, this guy obviously makes his own money. He's into nerd shit. I'm going to try to get some of his money. Come inside me, make a baby, blah, blah, blah. But don't do it. Hold back.
Truer words had never been spoken.
I'm sorry.
You're not wrong. Hey, you're not. What's the oldest profession? Being a hoe.
Hard.
You lock them down with a kid. This is not new. This is not. We're not. Oh my God, what edgy. Look at them talking about hoes. Hoes are as old as any of us. You know?
Time
Hey.
itself. Time immemorial.
Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Bitches
Those
will use you.
Those who don't learn from time
Are
get
doomed
used
to
by
repeat it.
hoes. No. That's basically it.
Or you could be like Wakanda and just not understand technology. Dumbass.
Hoes forever.
All right, I'm gonna end it.
Mm.
It's happening.
Are you gonna save it?
Like the whole thing.
Yeah,
Save
so I
it.
can share it tomorrow.
You want to? Oh yeah, it'll be up. It'll be out. It'll.
Oh, cool. I appreciate it, man.
What am I? people that know me, they're like, Vase, oh, he's a gracious motherfucker. He's wholesome, loves talking and giving.
If nothing else, I like to think of myself as wholesome.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm a wholesome motherfucker.
I'm not saying that from the ashes of captivity never has a greater phoenix metaphor been personified in human history.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
That's Tony Stark, dude. He's like, you're welcome.
He's so funny. All right, let's end it with a kerfuffle intro. Why not? Hey.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
What if this vase is cursed, okay?
Back off, bitch. I ain't leaving until I get that face.
If this vase has a curse on it, you do not want to touch it.
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my god.
My Aunt May should really do
Stop talking.